students, I welcome you again into BrainPoint Academy. You are welcome. So in today's videos on chemistry, we shall be looking at physical change. Physical change. Now in our previous class, we discussed nature of matter part A. So in that day, I was able to tell you the meaning of matter, the examples of matter, and the state of matter. So today, perspectively, we are going to look at physical change. Are you with me? So pay attention and pay attention very well. Okay? Good. After you finish watching this video, after you finish watching it, please subscribe to the channel. Okay? Like and drop your comment on the comment section. Why it is good for you to subscribe to it is for you to be getting the current updates. Are you with me? And also turn your notification bell, okay, so that you'll be receiving my current information every day. Okay, so now we're going to look at physical change right now. So what is physical change? What is physical change? When somebody say physical change, what comes to your mind? Okay, now I want to speak to you in advance that the meaning of physical change can be grouped into 4 perspectives. We're going to look at the meaning. I'm talking about the definition of physical change into 4 perspectives. Are you with me? So pay attention. It's not a difficult deal. I'm going to break it to your own understanding. I hope all is well. Good. Now, physical change, the first version of physical change. A physical change is a change that can easily be reversible. Are you with me? So, matter, as we said earlier, which is anything that occupies space. Are you with me? Anything that has mass and occupies spaces. That is what we said as the meaning of matter. Matter undergo 2 possible changes. Okay? So, matter has 2 changes. That is physical change and the chemical change. Now, physical change is a change that is easily reversible. Are you with me? A physical change is a change that can be easily reversible. Are you with me? That is the first meaning. Second meaning is this. A physical change is a change that give no rise of new substance. A physical change is a type of change whereby no new substance is formed. So in physical change, there is no formation of a new species. There is no formation of new substance. Are you with me? So a change that gives rise to no new substance is called a physical change. I hope all is well. Now, third meaning of physical change. A physical change can also means a change that doesn't involve a greater heat. There is no greater heat application in physical change. Are you there? So substances that undergoes a physical change does not require a greater application of heat. So a change that require lesser heat or even a little heat application is said to be a physical change. Okay? Now, fourth meaning of physical change is this. A physical change can also be a change that involves no loss in the mass of the substances involved. Are you with me? So, a change that brings no loss. If the mass of the substance involved on the change remains constant, are you with me? So, we say that the change is termed physical. I hope all is well. Now, in summary, okay, a change is physical under 4 conditions. Are you with me? A change is a physical change under 4 grounds. Okay? 1. A change that is easily reversible. 2. A change that gives rise to no new formation of a substance. 3. A change that involves no heat application or a little heat application. 4. A change that brings no loss in the mass of substances involved. Okay? So all these statements I've said are correct for physical change. Are you with me? Good. Now, what are the examples around us that illustrate a physical change? What are the physical processes in our environment? So I'll give you a few examples of physical change, especially the one that comes out in your exams. So please take note and take note very well. Examples of physical change. Examples of physical change. So we are to look at examples of physical change. Okay? So please pay attention. Examples of physical change. Number one, dissolution. Dissolution of common salts in water. Dissolution of common salts in water is a physical change. What does it mean to say dissolution of common salt in water? Now, dissolution of common salt in water is a physical change. So, by reaction, it means dissolving salts in water. Are you with me? That dissolving salts in water, which will give you salt solution. Are you with me? That salt is common one. Dissolving common salt. Common salt is sodium chloride and water is H2O. Are you with me? H2O, which will give you salt solution. I hope all is well. You can see I put a double arrow. The double arrow indicates that the reaction is reversible. Are you with me? You can see the double arrow I put, the one pointing towards the product side and the one pointing towards the reactant side. So you can see the reaction is reversible. Are you with me? Dissolution of common salt in water is a typical example of a physical change, simply because when you dissolve salt, which is sodium chloride in water, are you with me? It will form a mixture of salts. Are you there? It will form a mixture of salts and water. Are you with me? It will form salt solution. So now, if you want to recover your salt, the salt you have dissolved in water, are you with me? Out of that solution is also possible. Okay? So you can do so by evaporation. So when you dissolve your salt in water, are you with me? It will form salt solution. If you want to recover the salt back, are you with me? It's also possible. You can do that through the process of evaporation. Are you with me? I can recall a question JAMB asked in one of their years. So they asked this question in this manner: why is it that the solution of common salt in water is a physical change? Okay, they gave a lot of options there, but I want you to take notes and take note very well that the reason why the solution of common salt in water is a physical change is because of two things. Because of two things. Are you with me? So the reason why the solution of common salt in water is a physical change is because of the following things. Number one, the salt can also be recovered by evaporation. Are you with me? So the solution of common salt in water is a typical example of a physical change. Why? Because the salt, okay, can be recovered by the process of evaporation. That is number one point. Are you with me? Number 2 point, why the solution of common salt in water is a physical change is because the salt, the resulting saltant form does not means anything. It does not form any new substance. So the solution of common salt in water is a physical change because it does not give rise to new substance. Are you with me? So there is no new substance formed anytime you dissolve a salt in water. I hope all is well. Good. Good. Now to further the examples of a physical change, number 2. Okay, now all separation techniques are physical processes. We have established the fact that the solution of common salt in water is a physical change. Number 2 examples of a physical change include the following. All separation techniques. Are you with me? Now, what did I mean by separation techniques? Separation techniques are the processes employed, okay, to separate the components of mixtures. Are you with me? So all separation techniques are physical change because they employ a physical process on the course of their operation. What are the examples of a physical change? Examples of physical change include the following. Number 1, we have saving. Are you with me? We have saving, we have decantation, we have filtration, we have a fractional distillation, we have distillation. Are you with me? We have a magnetization, and so on and so forth. All separation techniques are physical processes. In case of exam references, if you are asked which of the following processes is a separation techniques, is a physical change, which of the following processes is a physical change, then if you see any separation techniques in option, you are advised to go ahead with that option. Are you with me? So all separation techniques, they are physical processes. They are physical change. Are you with me? Why? Because they uses a physical properties of a substance they want to separate in the course of their operation. I hope all is well. So please take notes and take note very well. Now, in addition to what I've said, take note on these statements. We have established the fact that all separation techniques are physical processes, right? Good. Not all of them. There is one that deviated. Okay? So there is there is a separation technique that is not a physical type. And that is what most examination body normally asks you in the question. Which of the following processes is not a physical change? Now pay attention. So the only processes that is not a physical change, which is one of the separation techniques, is what we call precipitation. Everybody say precipitation. 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 Are you with me? Precipitation, in other words, you can call it double decomposition reaction. Are you with me? So precipitation as one of the separation techniques, are you with me? It is not a physical change. Why it is not a physical change is because precipitation involves reaction. Are you with me? So it is a reaction that involves two soluble substances to give rise to one soluble substance and one insoluble substance. Are you with me? Mathematically, precipitation reaction involves two soluble substances, that is soluble substance plus another soluble substance, to give rise to one soluble plus another insoluble. Are you with me? So separation, precipitation as one of the separation techniques is not a physical change simply because it involves reactions. Are you with me? So it involves formation of new substance. So it is only a separation technique that is not a physical change. So please take note and take note very well on this particularly. I hope all is well. So that is it. So when we come to another change called chemical change, I'm going to emphasize more on precipitation. I hope all is well. Good. Now we have succeeded in second example of a physical change. Now going into number 3 example of a physical change, listen and listen very well. Number 3 example include all change of states. Say all change of states. All change of states are what? Physical processes. Are you with me? Now we have established a fact that change of state we have in chemistry include the following. We have solidification. Okay, let me just start from the beginning. We have melting. Melting. Okay, we don't call it melting, you can call it fusion. We have freezing. Okay, if you don't call it freezing, you can call it solidification. Solidification. Are you with me? Good. So we have also condensation. We have condensation. We have vaporization. Are you with me? And we have condensation. Condensation. Are you with me? The last but not the least, we have sublimation. Are you with me now? All these things, all these processes are pointed out. All of them are change of states. Are you with me? So melting is a change of state. Another name for melting is fusion. Are you there? So another name for freezing is solidification. And then vaporization does not have another name. Condensation does not have another name. We have sublimation. All these are listed on the board. All of them are change of states. Are you with me? And theory said that all change of states are physical change because they can be reversible. Are you with me? Take for instance, if a solid substance is subjected to high temperature, what's happening is that that particular solid substance in question will melt. Are you with me? It will melt and turn into what? Sorry, and turn into another state called liquid. So the temperature at which a solid substance changes into liquid, we call it melting. Are you with me? So that is it. So all change of states are physical changes. Are you with me? In case of exam, if you are which of the following processes is a physical change, if you see any of this in option, please, I advise you to go with that one. Are you with me? Good. Now, to go into another example of a physical change, are you there? So we have known three. So number 4 example of a physical change are you there? So we have to look at the number 4 example of a physical change. So example of a physical change, we can even say, cut it. Pause. Succeeded, please remain connected to this. We have succeeded in giving you 3 examples of a physical change. Okay. Number 1, I say the solution of common salts in water. You have known the reason why the solution of common salt in water is a physical change. Number 2, I say that all separation techniques are physical processes. Okay, so all separation techniques, which include sieving, filtration, decantation, distillation, fractional distillation, magnetization, and so on and so forth. So all these things are separation techniques, and they are all physical change. Okay, so number 3 examples of a physical change, I said that all change of states, which include melting of fusion, freezing or solidification, vaporization, condensation, and finally sublimation. All these are what? Physical changes. Are you with me? They are physical changes, physical processes. Are you with me? In our environment. So number 4 example of a physical change is freezing of ice. Are you there? Freezing of ice has been discovered as one of the examples of a physical change. I hope all is well. Now, so to summarize, in case of this upcoming exam known as JAMB, okay, so please, it takes sensitivity for one to succeed in any questions. So when a question is given to you, first of all, understand the nature of the question before you proceed to your answers. Are you there? Good. Now, so if you are asked, why is it that a particular physical change, a particular process is a physical change? The reason behind why a particular thing is a physical change is because of two things. Number one is that that particular thing is reversible. That particular process is reversible. So number two is that that particular process give rise, either that particular process or that particular change give rise to no new substance. There is no new formation of any substance for any process that undergoes a physical change. Are you with me? So the reason behind why a change is a physical one are two. Number one, there is no new formation of any substance. Number two, the change can also be reversed. The change can also be reversed back. I hope all is well. So please take notes and take note very well. So at this point, we bring our teaching to a conclusion. Okay? So please, after watching this, you can see the video is very, very interesting, very sweet. Are you with me? So please subscribe to this channel. Like the channel, and also drop your comments, okay, on the comment section. So your comments should go along with any aspect of this teaching that you don't understand very well. Drop your question on the comment section. I will react to it immediately. I hope all is well. So also try to share the thing, share the video, share the channel to your various platforms where your friends can be possibly located. This aspect is very, very important. Please share this video on Twitter, share the video on Facebook, share the video either Telegram or Instagram. Wherever your friends can be located, please, you are advised to do so in favor of you and in favor of me. Thank you and God bless you. Have a nice day.